It's not average. It's not whack. It's above average. Okay? Good.
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
All right. Y'all know we got to see what your boy Akademiks had to say about this new Kendrick album, GNX. Now, I know y'all see this throwback picture. I got a Livingston Island, a.k.a. DJ Akademiks, man. You know, let me know how y'all feel about this picture in the comments. Let's see what Ak had to say. Like the video and subscribe.
I think most of these songs that he featured these West Coast artists on were poverty, honestly. And I mean that respectfully. I think it's a big look for the artists, and even if they're poverty, Kendrick featuring them, even though he could have like put their name in the credits, that's a big look. But the reason why I say poverty, they don't sound like nothing you would play again. At least me. I don't think those are any hot songs, respectfully, okay? Whacked Out Murals, I thought it was a great intro. I like it. Squabble Up, we heard it was a preview to Not Like Us. I like it. Luther, him and SZA, I like it. Man of the Garden, I like it. By the way, he's using some really dope samples with all those. Hey Now, I like it. Reincarnated, my favorite joint. He's doing the Pac thing. He almost like a Pac impression damn near. Then he gets to this introspective part where he's talking with God supposedly, or some type of higher being. I like it. TV Off, I was about to say, it's about mid. And then what happened in the middle? The Mustard shit come on. I'm like, oh, this is fire. Mustard, you killed it. Dodger Blue, let me see. Was this when he threw a few people on this. Hey, this is passing the ball. This is not the hottest song, but it's passing the ball. I fuck with it, right? Peekaboo, I think he's also passing the ball. I fuck with it. I fuck with the passing the ball aspect, because I've criticized Kendrick about taking this moment all for himself. Right now, he could put on West Coast artists. This is the moment that if Kendrick wants to change the sound of music, he can. He has the ultimate power right now. I've said that. He has Infinity Stones. He should try to help his region rather than being the sole guy from the region. Because we really can't name another poppin' rapper from LA other than Kendrick, respectfully. Roddy Ricch has been knocked down a notch. YG hasn't been the same since like 10 years ago. It's been very different. So to watch how Kendrick is the hottest rapper in the game right now, and how people, like, you know, I'm speaking as a non-West Coast person. I hate talking to West Coast dudes about West Coast shit because they're so delusional. Like, this is why nobody watches like a bum like DJ Head. And even respect to, like, you know, some of the guys I do like for example, like what's my guy name? AD, is that they're so stuck in LA or stuck in West Coast mode, they think everybody else outside of LA cares about what they got going on. Nobody has heard about these dudes till today. Like, we don't listen to these other West Coast guys. Kendrick is like the sole guy. I'm sorry to tell y'all. So that's why I was saying for the longest, if I'm Kendrick, I'm gonna put my coast on. And by the way, I think he tried to, and I'm giving him credit for trying to. Half of these niggas I've never heard about before other than the pop out. And that is, hey, listen, I know some people gonna be like, that's disrespectful. Get out your own feelings. See, a lot of the West Coast, they live in the West Coast like West Coast is the biggest place ever. And hopefully they're successful there, but nobody listens to that shit outside of that. Kendrick has the opportunity to change it. And he did throw mad alley-oops here. And I respect that. So, Dodger Blue, I don't necessarily care for that song, but shit, he's throwing an alley-oop. Peekaboo, I don't necessarily care for that song in terms of it being like a hit, but he's throwing an alley-oop. I gotta respect it. The Hard Part 6, I kind of expected a little bit more. I expected a little bit more in terms of, you know, Drake rapped over and called the song The Hard Part 6. So you taking back over your series, I'm expecting you to have a different type of vengeance. It was kind of a mellow vibe, but it was still good. So, you know, we probably got to hit that with a lyric breakdown to really get all the intricacies, because that's what Kendrick really does. Get that. So I'm going to say that's good. GNX, again, he's passing the ball. Bro, he got like all these other dudes on it. He's just like, again, these aren't hot songs. It's not like Kendrick put these niggas on the bop. The song that we're going to end up playing from this over and over again, y'all not on that song. But it doesn't matter if y'all on that song, because Kendrick has the Infinity Stones. As I said, I was critiquing Kendrick because I think he should have tweeted out. He should have threw up on the story Mustard's album. Mustard sold 17K. Mustard could have sold 30K just off of an Instagram shout out. I guarantee it. That's how powerful Kendrick is. I'm telling you right now, this is objectively speaking. So I think that he should show these guys love, and I think he's done it. Another track with Mustard. He showed Roddy some love. Roddy was at the pop out. He showed a lot of these new artists who now, shit, there's a couple, the AZ Cheesecake guy. I'm like, all right, yo, I might go Google his music. I've never listened to him beyond the pop out day of my life. That is actually assisting an artist, and I respect that. Okay, then we get Gloria, was the last song, which I like. SZA's on that too. I overall graded this album as good. I'm not giving it a letter rating or I'm not giving it a number score, but I consider it good, okay? It's not average. It's not whack. It's above average, okay? Good. Now, here's the problem, and Kendrick fans, y'all gonna have to, like, I'm giving y'all real positive advice here. Y'all are now doing this elitism shit with Kendrick that's gonna make people fuck with him less. Where y'all feel y'all are above everybody else, or no other artist compares, or he could do no wrong. And when you do that, people start hating that person. Think about the LeBron James hate for the majority of his career. It was because there were certain people hyping him up so early, acting like he could do no wrong, that people wanted to see him fail. It's like even with Floyd. Y'all are doing that to Kendrick. Y'all don't allow people to like give him his props, but give him some criticism. Y'all act like the nigga's Jesus. That's the biggest problem. And if y'all were a little bit more even keeled, I think people could, even someone like me, yo, it's a good project. I like this. I'm wondering if he's gonna do some visuals. I'm wondering, I'm looking at it as a mixtape. Let's see if he's gonna work these songs. Let's see how he kind of takes this. I know he doesn't really say much, but let's see how he kind of plays this, because this is an interesting play. I think it's gonna sell well. Let's see how it rocks. The K-Bots want everybody, and this is what I realized about Kendrick fan base. They come across as being jealous of Drake and Drake's fan base, in the sense of they want how people look at Drake for people to now look at Kendrick all over a battle. It doesn't work like that. I said To Pimp a Butterfly is one of the best albums of all time critically. I haven't played that album in fucking years. Just think about that. I've never played that album in years. So think about an album that I'm giving the ultimate praise to that I don't listen to no more. I listen to Drake probably 4 hours a day, every day. Now, critically, are the songs I'm listening to Drake higher ranked than Kendrick? No, but Kendrick, I know, and this is where Kendrick fans, you know, I think this is their problem. They don't criticize him. You might say I glaze Drake all you want, but I do criticize him. I know I do criticize him. Kendrick has a problem with with making songs that have replay value. His songs always have substance, but a lot of times it's so heavy on the message. It's so heavy and buried in lyricism that it feels like a chore listening to. And after you listen to it for that first day, maybe that first week, while everybody's talking about it, you never fucking go back to it. And we saw that with that album that song that he dropped, Watch the Party Dies, the first song outside of the beef. That was supposed to be Kendrick showing what he got. Except after 3 days of everybody giving their hot take about it, and I saw not one person say that shit was whack. Everyone said it was brilliant. But I'm not really blaming the fans, but the fans do exhibit. They want, because we give Kendrick props, for us to play songs all the time. It don't work like that.
All right. Now, y'all know I love Act, but I got to come back with some rebuttals because, number one, he said, what was that, Dodger Blue? Wasn't that good? Dodger Blue is my favorite song on the project. Hold on, let me bring it up. Yeah, bro. Terrace Martin did his thing on that production. And Ack, he didn't say anything about Kendrick coming off the beef and how people are clamoring to hear this album. And just the quality off the, like, it's not just that Kendrick Lamar dropped the project, because obviously I think we all know this is the fastest he's put out an album since he started putting out music, right? And I mean the fastest turnaround, like from Mr. Morale to GNX, we have never seen Kendrick work this fast. And I think that's because coming off of the beef and the W that he took, he felt the need to give his audience more music, and it was a smart decision. We didn't want to wait 3, 4, 5 years for an album. If Kendrick would have went to the Super Bowl and went 2025 without putting a project, I would have been sitting here telling y'all around this time next year, it was a mistake. And that's why Drake has been kicking everybody's ass, because he's been consistent. He put in the work. You don't have to like Drake, but you got to admit, every time you look up, he has a new song. And so I think for Kendrick to turn around and put out this album this fast, the quality of this project is impressive to me. Can I sit here and say it doesn't have the same quality as Mr. Morale, Damn, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City? I really can't off the first couple of listens. It just came out today. I might say, well, maybe it's not as many skits, but I still feel that storytelling aspect from Kendrick Lamar in this music. So I think just giving Kendrick coming off of the beef, this album is going to be appreciated by a lot of Kendrick fans and a lot of hip hop fans in general. And I think it's going to do very well for him. I'm listening to Ak, and it sounds like, as a Drake fan, I don't really like this project. Or as a Drake fan, it's better than average, but it's not all that. Now look, would it have been cool if Kendrick could have named the features so some of these new people who are listening to these artists for the first time can know where to find those people at? Sure. I think that if I have a criticism about anything, I would say, yeah, I think Kendrick should have let us know who are some of these artists that we never heard before, because everybody's going to pick up SZA and people like that on the first listen. But some of these people that don't really get the spotlight put on them from Cali, I think they deserved a little bit more shine. But when Ak says there's not another rapper in Cali that's popping, I'm like, I thought Tyler, the Creator, just came out and sold 300,000 first week on a surprise album. Maybe I'm crazy. Frank Ocean, if we want to keep it in that same camp, Frank Ocean ain't put out an album in damn near 10 years. And every time Frank name get brought up, it's a big commotion. Every time Frank walk into a studio, the world get happy. Fans booed Drake one year because they wanted to see Frank Ocean instead of Drake. It's LA artists with that power, and they haven't lost it. Now, you know, it's some names that you can say, well, they might not be as popping, but certain people still got their base demographic. Like a lot of the TDE guys, Schoolboy Q, he has his base demographic. If you want to take it out of TDE, the Game, it's people who got fans and listeners that when they drop a project, them people come out, okay? Now, if you want to have a conversation about people like Roddy Ricch and a few others in that ilk, maybe YG, you know, okay, maybe you can have that conversation, but don't act like Cali ain't one of the major hubs for music and hip-hop. Even right now, Detroit, we having a nice run when it comes to music. I wouldn't even put us above California right now when it comes to consistency and having that impact in hip hop culture. So I don't know what the fuck Ak was saying when he mentioned that. And I'm not even trying to say like, oh, all the artists I listen to is West Coast guys. I'm just saying it's people in the West Coast that's still making moves. Even if you want to take it to Hit Boy, even if you want to take it to Mustard, the production area. It's dudes out here that's still making noise, okay? Everybody ain't just Blueface who rap every now and then and they known for internet antics, okay? Even though I could kind of say that about the Game. But yeah, I just kind of disagree with Ak's overall take on this album. I thought his quality was good. I'm really impressed with 12 tracks, something that people feel comfortable going in on. I think it was a lot of thought put into this album. Even people are pointing out that the album is called GNX. So it was a Buick, if I'm not mistaken, it was called the GNX, and it was the first car years ago to beat a Ferrari in a race. And y'all know Drake is the Ferrari, and the GNX beat the Ferrari. So kind of like the, American muscle car, it beat the foreign performance car. So, it was a lot of thought put into this album, and I think it's dope. By the way, before I get out of here, look, this conversation I see people having about this, Kendrick brought up Lil Wayne and Kendrick brought up Snoop Dogg. I don't really think it's about nothing. And I just hope Lil Wayne don't try to start putting out verses against Kendrick. Look, we don't need no more unnecessary beef. I can make an argument that the Drake and Kendrick beef was really unnecessary. I think even the hardcore Kendrick fans would agree. Like, when we really think about what this beef was over, it wasn't really that serious. I just think niggas wanted to rap. I think Drake and Kendrick was itching to rap about each other, and that's why we got the beef. I don't really think they got some huge personal beef. It only got personal when the beef started. You see what I'm saying? So we don't need no more unnecessary beef. I saw Snoop Dogg. He responded. He wasn't too mad about it, talking about I blame it on the edibles, but I'm not going to be making no deep dive videos about Kendrick bringing up Lil Wayne and Snoop Dogg. K-Dot loved them dudes. He loved them dudes. That's just like some competition. I brought your name up. I'm going to mention it. It made me feel a little type of way, but it ain't like he was going in. It's not like he going to need to apologize on some J. Cole shit. Like, oh, I'm sorry for what I said about Wayne and Snoop. They legends. He ain't even say that much, okay? So that's just something I had to add in. But y'all let me know what y'all thought about Axe soliloquy on the GNX album. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.